The rise of the United States of America as a global superpower is one of the most important developments in modern history. A superpower is a country that has strong economic strength, advanced technology, powerful military forces, and the ability to influence global politics and culture. The United States did not become a superpower overnight. Its rise was the result of geography, natural resources, industrial growth, wars, political leadership, and global influence over more than 2 centuries. The story begins in 1776, when the United States declared independence from the Great Britain. After winning the American Revolutionary War, the new nation began building its economy and political system. One important advantage of the United States was its geography. It was separated from Europe and Asia by large oceans, which protected it from many wars that damaged other countries. During the 1800s, the United States expanded westward across North America. This expansion provided huge amounts of land, forests, rivers, coal, iron, and later oil. These natural resources became the foundation of industrial growth. At the same time, millions of immigrants arrived from Europe and other regions. These immigrants provided labor, skills, and new ideas that helped industries grow rapidly. By the late 19th century, the United States had become one of the world's largest industrial economies. Railroads connected cities, factories produced steel and machinery, and companies grew very large. Inventors such as Thomas Edison developed new technologies that improved productivity and daily life. A strong economy capable of producing large amounts of goods. The ability to produce weapons and supplies quickly during wartime. By the early 20th century, the United States was already one of the strongest economies in the world, but it was not yet a global superpower. That transformation began during the World Wars. World War I and America's global role. When World War I began in Europe in 1914, the United States initially stayed neutral. However, in 1917, it joined the war on the side of the Allies. American soldiers, supplies, and financial support helped turn the tide of the war. After the war, Europe was economically weakened, while the United States had become richer by selling goods and loans to other countries. This marked the beginning of America's role as a major global financial power. The Great Depression and Recovery. In 1929, the United States faced a severe economic crisis known as the Great Depression. Millions lost jobs, banks failed, and production dropped sharply. However, under the leadership of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the government introduced programs called the New Deal to rebuild the economy, create jobs, and strengthen financial systems. Although recovery was slow, these reforms made the American economy stronger and more organized. Soon, another global event would push the United States towards superpower status. World War II and the turning point. The most important turning point came during World War II. At first, the United States remained neutral, but after the attack on Pearl Harbor by Japan in 1941, it entered the war on the side of the Allies. American soldiers, supplies, and financial support helped turn the tide of the war. During the war, American factories produced enormous amounts of ships, tanks, airplanes, and weapons. The U.S. economy expanded rapidly, and millions of people found jobs in industries supporting the war effort. By 1945, the United States had one of the strongest militaries and economies in the world. Another major factor was the development of nuclear weapons under the Manhattan Project. The United States became the first country to use atomic bombs, which demonstrated unmatched military power at that time. After the war ended in 1945, much of Europe and Asia was destroyed. Cities, industries, and infrastructure had been heavily damaged. In contrast, the mainland United States remained largely untouched, and its economy was stronger than ever. This gave America a leading position in global politics and economics. After World War II, the world entered a period known as the Cold War. During this time, the United States and the Soviet Union competed for global influence. Both countries had powerful militaries, nuclear weapons, and different political systems. The United States promoted democracy and capitalism, while the Soviet Union promoted communism. To strengthen alliances, the United States helped rebuild Europe through